Welcome to Navigating Graduate School YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to take you through the SOPHAS application system, a step-by-step guide on how to submit your graduate school application through SOPHAS. So SOPHAS is a centralized application service for public health programs. If you are applying to study in the US, they have a centralized application system known as SOPHAS, where you have to submit your application through. About 90% of the public health programs, MPH, and then also PhD programs, they require that you submit your application through the SOPHAS system. So in today's video, I'm going to cover how to create a SOPHAS account, how to complete all the application step by step, how to upload the transcript, and then also other documents, how to request recommendation letters through the SOPHAS portal, and then also I will also take you through some basic things you need to know, okay? Because the SOPHAS application is a little expensive, you have to take your time when you are applying. You have to take your time, okay, go through it, make sure you are answering all the questions well. So I'm going to cover all those through this video. So stay tuned as I take you through the process. And do you know that you can submit up to about over 10, you can apply to 10 schools using the same, at least the 3 recommendation letters you request through the SOPHAS? Are you aware of that? You can apply to about 10 universities or 10 different programs through this SOPHAS using the same recommendation letters from the same recommenders. All right, so without wasting much time, let's dive in. So to start, you just go to the SOPHAS, you go to Google, and then you type SOPHAS. Okay, when you type SOPHAS, this is how it shows. Then you click on it. All right, then you come to apply. You click on it. Okay, we come to apply. Now to apply, you have to, if you are new, you have to create an account. So I'm going to take you through how to create an account. So you click on create an account. Then in the create an account section, you enter all your details here, your first name, Ebenezer Boahen, and everything. You have to enter everything, your email address. Make sure the email that you are entering here is a unique email to you. Use a name, an email, an appropriate email, okay, which is unique to your name. Enter it here, and then you can confirm the email here. Then you enter all your, you will enter the phone number. If you have a preferred phone number, you can enter it depending on the country. If you are entering it, if you are in Ghana, you select Ghana and then you enter it here, okay? And then you go to text and phone authorization. If you want to receive text messages through your email, you can then select this. All right, and then after that, username and password. The username, you can enter any username at least 8 characters. It says your username must be at least 6 characters. Your password must be a minimum of 8 characters. All right, so you enter that, you enter your password here. Then you confirm your password, and then you agree to these conditions. And then, are you currently located in European Union country? No, you just select no. If you are not, you just select no, then that's it. Then you create the account. Okay, so if you are watching me from Africa, you definitely select no. All right, then you create the account. Okay, then you can start the process. So that's how to create the account. So after creating the account, remember your email, your password, and then your username. Then your password. Then you come back to login. Because I already have an account with them, I'll come to apply again. Then I'll log in. These are my details here. All right, I have my username. You can see my username here, Boahen okay, and then I have my password here too. So what I'll do is that I'll sign in. Okay, I'll sign in. Now after you sign in, this is very important. You have to make sure you read this. Very, very important. Okay, it says enter your responses to the additional profile questions. All right, extended profile questions, very, very important. This is very important. It says, will you have completed a master's degree by your anticipated program start date? If it is yes, you select it. If it is no, then I don't think you should even apply. Okay, it says, do you have a doctoral or nearly completed doctoral degree? If it is a yes, you choose it. If a no, you take it. Do you have post undergraduate health related work or research experience? So over here, I'll just choose yes here. I'll choose no. And then, do you have a post undergraduate health related work or research experiences? I'm choosing yes. If yes, length of experience. So you just choose. If it is a year, a 2 or 3 years, then you select it. Did you receive a degree from a non-US institution? Then I'll select yes. So assuming I'm applying from Ghana. And then, did you receive a medical degree from a non-US institution? I didn't receive a medical degree, so I'm selecting no. All right. Then you continue. It says program plans. Indicate when you plan to begin a public health school. I plan to begin when, so this is, we are in 2026 now, so I plan to enroll in 2027. All right, so after this, then I'll save it. Okay, now after you save it, this is very important. I want to show you something here. Very, very important. You can see this CAS ID. Very, very important. So you have to copy this CAS ID and you can write it somewhere so that you can remember, because you will need it as we go through the process. So I will show you where you need the CAS ID. Very, very important. So write the CAS ID. Now this is how the SOPHAS application system. Now we have created the account, we've logged in, and we've answered those questions, and now we've come to the application system. This is how the application systems look like. The application system look like, you have you can go to my application, and then they have the add program. You can go to my application. This is my application, how it has about 4 sections where you have personal information, academic history, supporting information, program materials over here as well. Program materials over there, and then they have you can add a program here. You have submit application, check status. All right, so how do you start this? If you want to start, you can start from anywhere, but I entreat you to start from the personal information. The personal information, very important. The personal information section, where you enter every, now they have 0/7. It means that there are about 7 sections here. The personal information have 7 subsections where you have to complete. And then they have the academic history section. It also has 4/4 means it has 4 subsections. So if you complete, let's say, 1 section, you see 1 over out of 4. Okay, 4 subsections. And then program materials, you have not selected any program to apply to. Add a program to start this section and complete your application. So before you start the application, very important, you have to add a program. So the first step is that I'm going to show you how to add a program. I informed you earlier that when you are applying through the SOPHAS application, you can even apply to about 6 to up to about 10 universities. You can apply as many as you want. Okay, so I'm going to add a program and I'll start the process. So stay tuned as I add a program. So you can come to the top here, you see add a program. Then when you come, you can search for your school. Okay, if you are, let's say, applying to Indiana University School of Public Health, I'll type Indiana University Bloomington, Indiana University, Indiana University, Indiana University, then I'll type Bloomington. I am currently a PhD student at Indiana University Bloomington. Indiana University Bloomington. I'm currently a PhD student at Indiana University Bloomington. So okay, nothing is showing. Okay, let me choose. Okay, so the programs are here. Search for program organization. Okay, let's search for Johns Hopkins University. Okay, so John Hopkins University is known for a lot of public health programs. So let's say I want to apply to their program. Okay, any of their program. Let's say I want to apply to MPH program. I can add it. I'll just go here and I'll add, continue. I'll add it, and then the application fee is $150 for one program. Okay, that's one. Continue application. That's if you see, because I've added a program, you can see it here. I can also add another program. Let's say I'll type, let me see if I can get my school here, Indiana University. Indiana University Bloomington. Indiana University Bloomington. I'm not still getting the schools, the programs there. Okay, I'll type PhD Environmental Health. Let's say I'm interested in the PhD Environmental Health program. Okay, I'll just type it and I'll filter it. Or let's go to Harvard University. Harvard. I'll filter. Okay, you can even go to the side here and then you select, okay. See, MPH program, I can select it. So any program that you want, you can select it. But because I've already selected one, I think we can just go back and then continue the process. But any program you want to add, you can add as many as you can. But because this is a practical section, I want us to move a little faster. So you can search for the program you want, add as many as you can, dependent on your interest. Okay, after you've decided on a specific program that you want to apply to, you can search for it here and then you add it up. All right, so now let's go to the personal information. I want to fill the personal information section. After I've added a program, I'll come and fill the personal information and I'll click on it. Now they have about 7 sections, as I informed you earlier. Please release statement, biographic information, contact information, citizenship information, family information, race and ethnicity, and others. So you click on it and then you start adding. So over here you have to read these terms, but normally you read it carefully and then you select it. You see, by selecting yes, you authorize SOPHAS to release or to release part of your SOPHAS application admission status to the health professional advisor and advisory committee of the post-secondary institution you have attended. Okay, so you can select yes or no. I'll go for no. I'll save and I'll continue. All right, then I'll save and I'll continue. Then the next section here, you see, you can see my name there. You enter your names because when you are creating the account, you entered your names. Your name already shows. Then there are other informations. You have to read it carefully and then you select. Do you have any materials under a formal or legal name? I'll say no. I'll just select them. You have to enter gender identity. You can enter your gender here. If you're a male, if I'm a male, so I'm entering male. Pronouns, I'll say him and his. Date of birth, please make sure you enter the date of birth correctly here. Okay, make sure you enter the date of birth correctly here so you can enter the right date of birth. Very important. You can select any of the dates. Then you continue, you enter the date of birth, you save and then you continue. Let me enter the year, maybe 1997. Okay, and then I'll select country of birth. Country of birth, because I'm from Ghana, I'll select Ghana. And then city of birth, I'll select Accra. State or province, maybe I'll select Volta region. If it's Eastern. County of birth, I'll set not available. I'll select not available. So date of birth here, I can enter it, maybe 02, 05, 99. Okay. Still saying invalid. So you take your time and then you enter it well. You can select it and then you just enter it. Now, after you enter it, you save and continue. Okay. You save and go to the next section. Now, over here, you see that current address. You enter all your addresses here. Make sure everything is accurate. Okay. Select everything. Make sure everything is accurate. All right, so and then you go to the citizenship information, you go to biographic information. Make sure you are entering everything accurate. Okay, very important, very important. So let's continue. So the next section is country or territory. So I'm in Ghana. I'm selecting Ghana. Ghana. Street address, I'll put them here. I'll put my street address, but please make sure every address you are putting here is accurate. State or province, maybe central region. County, not available. zip code. I don't have any zip code, so I'll just put 000. Approximate date through which current address is valid. Maybe how long you'll be at your current location. I'll put up to 2027 to 2027 or 2026. I think. Okay, let's choose 2026. I'll choose the month here. Then what is your permanent address? Your permanent address, you enter everything here. Country or territory, or you select your country. So if it's Ghana, you select Ghana. You just select your country. Ghana. Street, you put in the addresses here. Zip code, I'll just put 000. Then preferred number is there. County is not available. Then you save and you continue. So you can see from this side that as you save, you could say that I've saved about 3 out of 4. So you do the same for the whole process for the personal information. Make sure you complete everything. Now let's go to my application again. So you could see that I've completed part of the personal information section. So please, if you are doing the personal information, make sure you complete everything over there. Very important. Now the academic history. So over here, that's where you are going to add. Let's go to the academic history. You are going to add. It also has about 4 sections. High school attended. Make sure you complete all the high school that you attended. You add all the high school. Then colleges attended. You add all the high school you attended. You add your colleges attended. Transcript entry, standardized test. So let's see. High school attended. I can add it over here. Country where I had my high school, I can say I am from Ghana, so I'm going to say Ghana. High school attended. I attended it in Ghana, so I'll select Ghana. Zip code, I'll just enter 000. Okay, I'll just enter 00 there. Date attended, which year? From I attended 2009 to, let's say, 2013. Okay, says wrong, so I can select and then I'll correct it. Okay, 2013 or 209. Please make sure whatever you are entering is accurate. All the information you are entering, make sure it is accurate. Very important. So after you select it, then you continue. Name of the high school. I'll say Agona Nsaban Presbyterian High. Okay, and then the date 2009 2013. Okay, I have to Make sure you select the correct information. And then the city, I'll say it's in Saban. It's at Aguna Central Region in Saban. All right. Or you just enter it, then you add it up. Your state or province. You can say international. Accra. Or anywhere you had your high school, then you save it. Then you select your anticipated or current graduation status for your high school equivalent. I have or will graduate with my high school diploma. So I'll just select one. Then the date I receive it, I can say 2013. Then I'll save it. My high school is there. Then I'll save it. I'll save the information. Okay, that section is completed. Then I'll go to add college or university. This is very important, very, very important. Add college or university, the colleges or universities you have attended. Okay, so if you have attended college or university, so let's say what college or university did you attend, you can search it here. I attended University of Ghana. Okay, University of Ghana. And I'll add it up. Did you obtain or are you planning to obtain a degree from? Yes, I obtained a degree. Okay, degree awarded. Yes, it's awarded. And then you enter the date you received the degree. If it is, just enter the degree. So if it's a bachelor's degree, Bachelor of Art, Bachelor of um, Bachelor of Science, you enter it here. So I had a Bachelor of Engineering, so I'll enter it here. Then you select the date, okay, and then the year. If it's 2017, just select it and make sure everything you are entering here is accurate. What is your minor, major? If you don't have a minor, you leave it there. Okay, click. Okay, you can add another degree. Okay, if you have a master's degree, you can add it up. All right, what type of term does this college or university use? So we use the semester. What was your institution status? Okay, I'll say resident or in-state. Are you still attending this college or university? I'll say no. And what did you attend? When did you attend this college or university? Okay, if it's winter, you select the month, and then you select the year. You select the year, then you select the semester, month, year. Okay, then okay, over here I have to select winter semester, October. Then I'll save it. Okay, so you see, I made mention that I'm still not attending the university, so I have to fill that information well because I selected 2026. But please, if you are selecting, make sure you select the correct information. So I'll select 2025 and then I'll save. Now you see everything is saved accurately here. Now you go to the next section, transcript entry. Transcript, very important. This section is very important. Please pay attention. Professional transcript entry. What is this? Save there. You have to read everything here. Would you like to use professional transcript entry? I'll say no. I'll handle it myself. Would you like to use professional transcript entry? Yes, I would like to have my transcript entered. Mostly, I'll say no because Wes will evaluate that. So you send it to Wes, so you pick no over here. And then you continue. Select no, then you continue with education. Then you come to standardize. All right, so you come here. So with the standardized test, normally for public health schools, you don't need to do a standardized test. So most of them are optional, but if you have a very high, like let's say GRE score or GMAT or whatever it is, IELTS, then if you're adding it, it should be very strong. It should be a very good one, not a mediocre one or something that is not good enough. Don't add it because most of them are optional. Okay, most of them are optional. So you just select I am not. Okay, so now you see we've completed your information. Okay, so then you go to my application. If you go to my application, again, academic history information, we have completed that. So you do the same for the personal information. You do it. Then we go to program materials. If you come to program materials, the number of programs that you've selected, okay, the number of programs that you've selected. So here I selected MPH program. So each of these programs have their requirements, application requirements. So if I click on the program, you could see that these are the application requirement document I need to submit. Each of the programs, though you are using the same recommendation letter, but make sure each of the program, if you are applying to 10 programs, each of them you have to write a statement of purpose. You have to revise your statement of purpose to meet the requirement of the specific university or the specific program that you are applying to. The CV the same. Okay, so each of the program need have their own questions. Okay, so if you come here, the home, the questions here, okay, and then the documents you need to submit. All right, so you have to look at it well. All right, so you can, statement of purpose, you have to upload it here nicely. All right, for each of the programs. So if you have if you have added a lot of programs, you have to write a statement of purpose for each of the programs. Take note of that, very, very important. Now let's go to my always you have to go back to my application to review, make sure you check everything. After the program materials, after you've uploaded the program material, that's the CV, statement of purpose, and any other additional document. Okay, each of the program you have to do it for that. And then come to supporting information. The supporting information, there are certain information, these are very important. This is where you add your recommendation letters. Okay, let me go back again. My application, you go to supporting information, you click on it. So under the supporting information, there are about 6 sections you have to complete. We have the recommendation letters, experiences, additional experiences, achievements, license, and document. So recommendation letter is very important for the SOPHAS application. If you're applying to even 10 universities, you need only 3 recommendation letters. Okay, so you come here, you click on it, then you can add a recommender. So I have at least about 3 recommenders here. The first one, recommender 1, recommender 2, recommender 3. Okay, so if you want to add a recommender, it's simple. Just create recommendation request. You click on it for recommender 1. All right, but before you do this, make sure whoever is writing you the recommendation letter, you pre-inform them that you'll be entering their details. Then they will receive a notification in their email. Okay, so they will click on it, and it has a set of questions that you have to answer. And then also, after they answer the question, then you can upload the recommendation letter in addition. So you have to pre-inform them first. So you enter the name of the recommender. Let's say I'm the one writing you the recommendation letter. So you enter my name here, my email address. Make sure you enter where, if they are professors or they are working in an institution, make sure they use their institution email. Okay, they shouldn't use their personal emails. They should use institutional email. Okay, maybe Ebenezer Boy at Indiana University Blooming at IU dot. Okay, the institutional email is very good. It's professional. All right, so then you enter the due date. Make sure you extend the date. Very, very important. If the deadline for submission of the recommendation letter is, let's say, December 1st, you can say that the deadline is maybe November 15th, so that you can get some room in case the deadline. You can then you keep reminding them. Okay, then you select the date. You select the date, and then you write let's say a letter, a small message. Say, dear Professor, Professor Eben, I as maybe a short note in addition, as discussed with you, as discussed with you, please, then as discussed with you, please kindly write me a recommendation letter in support of my application to Indiana University, Bloomington, or any other university that you are sending it to. Kindly, or don't even mention the name of the university, just because probably you are writing to a lot of you are applying to a lot of universities, so you don't have to mention the name of the university. Write me a recommendation letter in support of my application to the public health program. That's it. Then you continue. Then it says waiver of recommendation. I waive my right of access to this recommendation. When you waive it, it means that you trust the recommender. Okay, you click on it, and then permission to contact recommender. You can check this. You check, then you save it. All right. You see, because I added myself, you see, you cannot include yourself as a recommender. So let's say I'll just add another person, so that I'll save it and you see how it appears. Let's say I'll just type can KM, and then I'll type over here the email. I'll type navigating graduate school. That's like my channel's email, so I'll add it. You see, I've added it nicely. So there's recommender 1. Then you do the same for recommender 2 as well. So you get at least 3 people to write you the recommendation letter. So as I've done here, you see that recommendation request individual status requested submitted. It has not been submitted yet, but this is the submitted here means that it has been sent to the recommender for. So the recommender at this time will receive it in his or her mail. And then also recommendation request, the individual status. If the recommender send the recommendation letter, you'll see the status here that it has been sent to the university, or the university has received it. All right, so you do that for all the other sections as well. Then additional experiences. So if you have any experience, make sure you select it. Very important. Document here. Okay, so you do the same. Your CV, very important. Please these are like last sections for your application, adding your statement of purpose, your recommendation letters. Make sure everything is accurate. Your CV, you have to edit it well. Okay, CV statement of purpose are the last files you should upload here because they are very important. All right, supporting document, additional experiences, achievement. If you've written here, if you have a publication, you can upload them. Okay, you can upload them as very, very important. Now, if let's say you are done with one school, you can add more programs. Okay, if you want to apply to additional schools, you can apply. I can add an additional university, so I can apply. I can scroll down. The schools are a lot. Let's say Baylor University. I want to apply to Baylor University MPH. I can select a PAD. I can select MPH. I can select. So you can see here global health. You can MPH in global health. So let's see this one. You can click on the university and then you see this is start here is 2026. This is an MPH program. GRE not required. So any program that you want to even add and apply to, you can click on it and read more before adding it. Okay, so they require academic transcripts, West ICAP evaluation, they require it. So if I want to add it, I'll just select it. I'll just select it. Okay, and it is added here. You can see I've added as institution. If I want to add another one, I can go here. Let's say I'm interested in the chronic and non-communicable disease program at Boston University. Okay, I'll just select the program. I'll just select it and I'll continue. So if I go back to my application and I go to programs, you'll see that I go to the program materials. Let me see. Okay, so you can see the schools I've added chronic and non-chronic disease, and then I have school-wide MPH. Okay, I have added 2 universities here, so I can even go and add more. So I'll go back, add institutions. I'll go back and add institutions. I can go back and add programs. Okay. Okay, so let's say Brown is Brown University. Let's say I'm interested in we for international applicant, we are not interested in online programs. We are interested in in-person programs. So you can add more depending on the school. So over here is Colorado School of Public Health, applied biostatistics. I can add community and behavioral health. I can add it here. All right, so this is the program description. If you click on it, you can see more information, the application requirement, admission, and everything concerning the program. Okay, then you add it. You can add more programs. Any program you want, you can add it. You can add it up. So this is a program at Arizona University. Let's see. Let me go back to the programs and see how many I've added so far. Okay, so far I have 3 universities that I've added: public health, technology, school-wide MPH, and then chronic and non-chronic disease. And for each of these programs, if you want to add the materials and answer the questions, you click on it and you read more. Okay, and then you answer the questions here. Okay, all the questions they have for you. Each of the programs have specific questions that you need to answer. Okay, then you have to do that and answer them, and you have to submit documents for each of the program. The document here is the statement of objective. For this particular university, they want statement of purpose and objectives. Very, very important. Okay, for each of them, read and then understand the requirements, and then you upload them. Okay, so this is the SOPHAS application. After you are done, you can come to submit application. Okay, and you see that the money has increased. One single program is about 150 USD, and but then because I added two more additional program, I think each additional program is like $50. Okay, so because I added two additional programs, it is totaling 270 USD. So the more program you add, the more the prices go high. So, but then if you are interested in public health programs, I encourage you to add more schools. At least apply to at least 5 public health programs, and then make sure you send a competitive application, and you will definitely get admission. All you have to do is that get good recommenders, people to write you good recommendation letters, review your application materials very well, and then you can submit your application. You can also check your application status. And for the SOPHAS application, you can take your time and every time visit the my application and then continue filling the details. Take your time and fill it. Don't rush it. Every day you can decide that today I'm completing the personal information sections, and then the academic history section, and then you can go to the supporting document section the next time. Then you go to the program materials. The program materials are, common question, and also the statement of purpose, and a few questions you need to answer. All right, so I hope this video help you make an informed decision when you are applying to study public health programs in the US. And please, if today is your first time visiting my channel, please subscribe to my channel. If you have any question, leave it in the comment section and I'll be glad to respond to your questions. Thank you for watching my video, and see you in my next video. Stay blessed. Bye bye.